September 2025. New York's bustling fashion week was already a spectacle of flashing lights, designer debuts, and celebrity arrivals. But everything changed the moment Jungkook of BTS entered the Calvin Klein SS26 venue. Fans outside screamed his name. Reporters abandoned other stars to capture a glimpse. Inside the hall, heads turned. Hollywood actors, top models, industry moguls, all caught in the gravitational pull of one man who wasn't even walking the runway. Little did the world know that single appearance would generate $7.44 million in earned media value, EMV, a figure that sent shockwaves across the fashion industry. What makes Jungkook's EMV feat so remarkable is how it happened. He didn't post a single photo, didn't live stream his outfit, didn't engage in any self-promotion. The entire $7.44 million impact was described as organic, a rare phenomenon where the star's influence radiates so strongly that the world does the work for him. Fans, media outlets, influencers, and brands all amplified his presence without him lifting a finger. It wasn't marketing, it wasn't strategy, it was simply Jungkook being Jungkook. Fashion critics quickly dissected his look. An oversized taupe suit paired with subtle silver piercings and a minimalist necklace. Clean, sharp, yet slightly rebellious. The perfect embodiment of Calvin Klein's DNA with Jungkook's own edge. Vogue praised it as effortless magnetism. Elle called him the face of global Gen Z luxury. Harper's Bazaar highlighted how he outshone even models and actors seated beside him. In one night, his suit became more than clothing. It became a cultural statement. After the show, fans expected Jungkook to dominate the afterparty. Instead, insiders reported a surprising twist. He attended briefly, exchanged polite greetings, but slipped out early. Why? Because he had an important meeting the next morning. That small decision, prioritizing work over indulgence, struck fans deeply. It painted Jungkook not only as a superstar, but as a disciplined professional who treats every commitment with respect. In an industry obsessed with excess, Jungkook's restraint became just as iconic as his presence. Within hours, hashtags like Jungkook x Calvin Klein and hashtag NYFW main event dominated global trends. Reports counted over 1 million mentions tied to his appearance in less than 24 hours. One fan tweeted, "He didn't perform, he didn't even post, he just sat there and became the entire show." Others compared him to royalty, someone who doesn't need to demand attention because attention naturally bends toward him. For Calvin Klein, Jungkook wasn't just a guest, he was the jackpot. Analysts revealed that he accounted for nearly 30% of the brand's total EMV during Fashion Week, a figure no other attendee came close to matching. This surge in visibility didn't just boost Calvin Klein's prestige, it influenced buying behavior, particularly in Asia and Western markets where Jungkook's fan base overlaps with the brand's target audience. For the brand, Jungkook wasn't an endorsement, he was an economy. No story about Jungkook is complete without the heartbeat of his influence, ARMY. When clips of his arrival surfaced online, fans across continents mobilized instantly. From Seoul to Sao Paulo, Jakarta to New York, ARMY filled timelines with reaction videos, edits, and trending hashtags. Some fans documented every frame of his entrance. Others created side-by-side comparisons of Jungkook at previous Calvin Klein events, marveling at how his aura seemed to grow stronger each year. One fan on X wrote, "You can put him in a plain suit, no stage, no mic, and he still becomes the main character." This wasn't just fandom hype, it was collective amplification. Each post became a node in a global network that pushed Jungkook's visibility to unimaginable levels. Observers couldn't help but notice the stark contrast. Hollywood A-listers, supermodels, and even fellow musicians walked the same carpet, yet it was Jungkook who stole every headline. Major US outlets like People magazine and E! News highlighted his appearance above others. Fashion journalists noted that while most celebrities depend on stylists and PR teams to maximize attention, Jungkook achieved more with silence than others did with strategy. It was a cultural reset, proof that the era of K-pop dominance had reached not only the charts, but the very heart of luxury fashion. The revelation about Jungkook leaving the after-party early became its own micro-trend. ARMY admired his decision to prioritize an early morning meeting over late-night celebrations. For fans, this was a reminder that Jungkook isn't just an idol basking in fame. He's a professional artist and brand ambassador who treats every responsibility with dedication. Many praised him as a role model, saying his actions sent a powerful message. Success isn't just about seizing the spotlight, but about balancing discipline with fame. Global fashion media dissected his presence with surgical precision. Vogue described Jungkook as a gravitational force who redefined what celebrity presence means at Fashion Week. Harper's Bazaar noted, Jungkook isn't merely endorsing Calvin Klein, he's embodying it. The Business of Fashion ran a piece analyzing how his $7.44 million EMV was an unprecedented case study in modern celebrity economics. The consensus was clear. Jungkook had transcended being a pop star in a luxury suit. He was now a cultural ambassador, redefining how K-pop and high fashion intersect. Analysts confirmed that Jungkook accounted for 29.6% of Calvin Klein's total EMV during Fashion Week. That means nearly 1/3 of the brand's media value came from a single individual's presence. To put it in perspective, entire celebrity guest lists, runway debuts, and marketing campaigns often don't reach those figures. Yet, Jungkook did it without even posting a picture himself. This wasn't luck, it was power. For Calvin Klein, Jungkook's value extends beyond visibility. His fan-to-consumer conversion rate is unparalleled. When Jungkook wears Calvin Klein, fans don't just admire, they buy. From denim jackets to underwear campaigns, his association has repeatedly boosted sales in key global markets. His presence at SS26 reinforced what fashion insiders already knew. Jungkook isn't just a model, he's a market mover. Jungkook's role has now evolved into something greater. He is a bridge, connecting K-pop with the elite circles of luxury fashion. What makes him unique is balance. He can embody Calvin Klein's DNA of minimalism while still carrying the vibrancy of Korean pop culture. He appeals to Gen Z while commanding the respect of high fashion veterans. This duality is what makes him unstoppable. With this milestone, speculation is swirling. Will Jungkook launch a signature capsule collection with Calvin Klein? Could he become the face of multiple luxury houses, joining the ranks of global icons like Rihanna or Zendaya? Or will he remain selective, appearing rarely, but making seismic impact each time? Whatever the path, one fact is clear. Jungkook has the power to redefine what it means to be a global ambassador in the 21st century. In the end, Jungkook's $7.44 million EMV wasn't just about Fashion Week. It was a case study in influence, authenticity, and cultural dominance. For ARMY, it was another proud moment. For Calvin Klein, it was a record-breaking win. For the industry, it was a wake-up call. The future of global celebrity isn't Hollywood, it's K-pop. And at the center of that future stands Jungkook, the golden maknae who turned a single seat at Fashion Week into billions in cultural capital. One man, one night, one suit. That's all it took for Jungkook to rewrite the rules of fashion influence. In the days after the Calvin Klein show, ARMY proved once again why they're the most powerful fandom on Earth. Within hours, fan accounts had created thousands of edits, slow-motion videos, and fashion breakdown threads. Some recreated his taupe suit look with their own wardrobe, sharing it under hashtag dress like Jungkook. Others produced digital fan art of Jungkook on the runway, even though he never walked it. The message was clear. If Jungkook wanted, he could have owned the catwalk as much as the front row. Charity projects also sprung up. Inspired by his professionalism and discipline, ARMY in different countries launched fundraising drives in his name, turning admiration into tangible impact. Perhaps the most fascinating part of Jungkook's Fashion Week appearance was how he quietly eclipsed traditional fashion icons. Actors, models, and even athletes were present, many styled in bold, daring looks designed to grab headlines. Yet it was Jungkook, in an understated taupe suit, who commanded the spotlight. One fashion journalist wrote, "Others arrived to be seen. Jungkook arrived and became unforgettable. It wasn't just fashion. It was cultural dominance."